guys! So today I'm going to be talking about my January favorites, and I don't really have too many new things this month. I don't think I've really discovered anything new and exciting, but I have rediscovered things that I really love. So yeah, I'm gonna just get started talking about the products that I have absolutely been loving in January. Okay, first off, I'll get this out of the way because it's kind of like over talked about and you guys are probably like sick of hearing about it for me and everyone else, but it has been the Naked 2 palette, and this was like a December favorite and a January favorite, but I didn't do a December favorites video because I just did like a 2011 favorites instead, and I have been loving this pretty much every color. The colors I've really been using the most have been these, like this one, and this one. We have Tease, Snakebite, Suspect, Pistol, and Verve, I don't know, but I've really been loving those ones especially, and also Booty Call, been loving that as a highlight right there. So yeah, I just love everything about this palette. I was gonna do a full review comparing and contrasting this one with the original, but there's seriously so many videos and I feel like mine would have just been overkill. I might do a blog post on it. I've been like completely, I made a blog a few months ago and I have done like nothing with it. I've been totally neglecting it, so maybe my first blog post will be this compared to the original. So the next couple things are like cream shadows, kind of cream bases. The first one is this MAC paint pot called Painterly, which is probably like the most like famous of all the MAC paint pots, but I never bought it. I was like, what? That's stupid. Like that's just pointless to get like a skin colored, like I could just use concealer or whatever. Like I was just totally against getting Painterly. That's what it looks like if you are unaware. It is basically like a flesh colored eyeshadow base, and you put it on before you put on your eyeshadow, and it just kind of makes like the colors pop, and it makes them really vibrant, and it makes them last all day. Even when I use cream shadows, a lot of times I still put on a primer, but with this I don't need to do that. That's what it looks like on my hand, but then when you blend it out, I mean, you can kind of see it on your eyelid, but it's not like, it's not really like a color on your eye. It's just a really good base. The next eye product that I'm going to talk about, I cannot remember if I've talked about it in a video. Like I cannot remember for the life of me if I've talked about this, but I definitely should have because it's become like my favorite. It is the Benefit Creaseless Cream Shadow in the color Skinny Jeans. I totally have talked about this. I just can't remember when. That's what it looks like, by the way. It's just a really pretty like taupey gray brown color, and there it is swatched on my hand. Yeah, I just absolutely love this color. It's so gorgeous. Goes with everything. I wear this by itself all the time. The next two products I'm going to talk about are blushes, and the first one is this Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush in the color Exposed. And this is my most recent like Tarte Amazonian Clay blush purchase, and it's gorgeous. I love it. A lot of people talk about it on YouTube because it's just so universal. That's the color. It's like a pinky brown, and it looks really bland in the pan, but when you put it on, it just makes your face like just kind of glow, I guess. See if you can see right there, it just swatches so beautifully. Like it's just like a pinky red brown, I don't know, it's so universal. Like I feel like this color will go with anyone. It'll just warm up your complexion, and it's gorgeous. I talk about the Tarte Amazonian Clay blushes like every day of my life, so yeah, definitely been loving that. Then the next blush I'm going to talk about is a new one by Benefit. It's one of their box powders, and it is called Hervana. If you're not familiar with their box powders, you can use them as like an all over like setting powder. You can use them as a blush. It really doesn't matter how you use it. This one specifically I use as a blush, but it is very light, so I don't think it'll show up on all skin tones, but this is what it looks like. It's got 4 different colors, and so when you swirl it all together, it turns into this really gorgeous like light pink, which is great for my skin tone especially. So that's Hervana right there. It's a really wearable everyday pink color, and I have been in love with this, and also it smells so good. The Benefit box powders smell amazing. I don't know what they put in it or how they get them to keep their fragrance, but they smell so good. Next couple things are brushes, and the first one is this Sigma Angled Top Kabuki, the F84. And I've talked about this. I did a full review on this whole line of like synthetic brushes. I have been loving this one especially this month because I've been using it for my foundation. I was kind of neglecting this brush because I would only use it with my Chanel Soleil Tan Day Chanel, and I don't use that every day, so I was kind of neglecting this brush. But a lot of people said that they liked this for foundation more than the flat top kabuki, and I think I agree, because it just gets into like all the little, like, I don't know, the little nooks and crannies of your face. It just makes it much quicker to apply your foundation. Now I'm kind of like neglecting the flat top brush, so I don't really know what I'm going to use that one for. I'll probably alternate between the two, but love this for foundation. The other brush I want to talk about, which I don't know if I've talked about this one a whole lot, it's the MAC 130. And it's just like a very, very small, short duo fiber brush. And if you can see like how small it is, like just to compare, yeah, it's like it's really small. I bought this over the summer at some point, and I was using it for my foundation. Like I would literally like do this. I actually used this in my summer makeup routine or something like that, and I would use this all over my face for foundation. But that took way too long, and I find with these little with the duo fiber brushes like this, it kind of can sometimes make your foundation look streaky, so I stopped doing that and I started using the Sigma brushes. I didn't even touch this brush for the longest time after I started using it for foundation because I just did not know what to use it for. Like sometimes I would use it for a highlight, but I have the MAC 109 for that I really like, so I was just kind of at a loss of what to do with this brush. And then when I got the Bobbi Brown concealer, which I said in my 2011 favorites that like completely turned me into a concealer person, I found that this brush is perfect for that. I don't know if it's perfect for all concealers because I've only used it with the Bobbi Brown one, but it's just perfect because it gets like underneath the eye perfectly and around the nose or wherever you have a blemish. It's just perfect for concealer, so I've been loving this for concealer. And again, this is the MAC 130, and it is part of their permanent line, so you can always buy it. Next item is this St. Ives Naturally Clear Green Tea Scrub, and I don't know how much I've talked about this. I know that I think I mentioned this in my updated skincare routine a few months back, but other than that, I don't know how much I've talked about it. The reason why I'm including it in my January favorites and not like really any other month is because I use this every single day, and I know some people are gonna say like, that's not good, you shouldn't use a scrub on your face every day, but my skin has been perfectly fine using it every day. What this is basically, it's a green tea salicylic acid acne medication. It's oil free, it's got 1% salicylic acid. I find that this scrub is really gentle. It's got like really tiny beads. This is not their apricot scrub. Their apricot scrub has like walnut shells or almond shells or some type of nut shell in it, which is really bad because it creates like micro tears. You can find a lot of videos and stuff talking about it, but this one's not like that at all. I don't want that to turn you away from this one because this is totally different. In January, I've been kind of slacking on my skincare routine. Like I still do everything, but there have been a few nights where I haven't used this just because I didn't feel like it, and I didn't really think it would make that huge of a difference, but it did. So I stopped using it for a couple of days and noticed that my skin started kind of breaking out a little bit. Not anything major, but I got like a couple blemishes here and there. So then I started using this like religiously every night again, and it completely cleared it up. So this is definitely like one of the main things that have helped clear up my skin in the past year, and I absolutely love it. It's really inexpensive. It's like $3 or $4 from Target or Walgreens or whatever. It's really easy to find, and I definitely recommend this scrub if you're looking for a really good scrub. Last but not least, this is a new product. This is the TRESemme Split Remedy Split End Conditioner. Comes in a big bottle like this. Last time I did a hair routine video, that was months and months ago. That was in like April or somewhere around that point, and I was using the Nexxus Pro Men's shampoo and conditioner, and I haven't been using those two things like religiously every time I wash my hair because your hair can become immune to products, and it's good to switch up your shampoos and conditioners every now and then. So but I always have the Nexxus Pro Men shampoo and conditioner in my shower. I still use it through all this time, but I don't use it every day. So I saw this and I picked it up because this is quite a bit cheaper than the Nexxus one. I think these were buy one get one half off at Ulta, which is when I bought them, and I think they were only $5 each anyway, and it comes with a ton of product. Basically, this is supposed to like get rid of your split ends, which no product is going to make your split ends go away. The only way to do that is to cut your hair, but this does help mask them and make it look like you don't have any split ends. It's really important to always read the directions on any new like shampoo or conditioner you buy, because not all of them are the same. Like not all of them you just put throughout your hair and that's it. This one you actually have to rub in between your hands, and it's a really weird texture. It's not sticky, but it's like almost slimy. Not in a gross way, like it's not gross at all, but like when you rub it again in between your hands and you go like this, it kind of sticks to both hands. If you can get a visual of this at all, I don't know if I'm making any sense. So the texture of this is definitely different than any other conditioner I've used, and it makes my hair so soft. Like it just makes I can just like glide my fingers through my hair. And as far as the split end mending goes, I don't really know. I think that it has helped them. The Nexxus Pro Mend, like after the first use, it completely like got rid of my split ends, or like masked them all. This says that it reduces up to 80% of split ends after 3 uses. The Nexxus Pro Mend I think is like 97%, so it is a bit stronger, but this one is still great. It's really inexpensive. I would say it's a really good alternative to the Nexxus one. I really like this. It's definitely been my favorite in January. I don't know if it's like a holy grail, but like I said, it's really hard for me to find holy grail products for my hair, just because my hair is very fine. Like I have very fine hair, but I have a ton of it, so it's almost like I have really thick hair, but I don't. It's fine, so it gets tangled really easily, and it's really long, so my hair is just kind of difficult to work with, and I just have not been able to find anything that's like, oh my god, amazing for my hair. But I have been loving this, and I want to talk about it just because it's a new product and I figured some of you might be interested. So that was my January 2012 favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions about any of the products I mentioned, then just let me know. I'll be happy to answer them. But yeah, so that's all I have for this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. I totally have talked about this. I just can't remember when.